I ain't talking about the church girls be the worst. Where the feelings on their sleeves, man, I swear it's like a curse. If that worthless could kill, some would put you in the hearse. Half the stuff you wouldn't go through if you really knew your worth. You let your past into your future, quick to write us all off. Try to avoid the ones that's hurting and secure at all costs. I ain't saying that I'm perfect, cause sometimes I made mistakes, but today's a different.
Like we all should wait on the Lord, I guess, but I feel like we should define what that means. Does that mean waiting until God strikes you with somebody, a name, number, and address is the person you're supposed to go after, or what does that mean? Does that just mean being obedient until you find someone that's also obedient? So I think dating's okay, but I think you want to make sure you're being obedient to the Lord in the other areas of your walk as well before you pursue somebody.
Well, of course, you got to wait on the Lord, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Choose your spouse, but from a man perspective, the man had to actually find that woman. So I say that you have to really date to understand what you want, what you don't like in people, what you like, what qualities the other person has, and things like that. So you just can't say, hey, we're going to pop up. You know, I don't think that happens.
Biblically, I think that God appoints a special person for each person, so I suppose it's smarter, maybe wiser to wait on the Lord.
Yeah, definitely.
I think that when you're considering the calling of your life, you first have to consider whether or not you've even been called to marriage. I think there's a tendency to assume in our culture right now that marriage is like a natural progression in your life and it's just the next step. But that's not necessarily true. So for me, I definitely have been through a journey of just learning to seek the Lord, period, and not reading my own agendas into that, and understanding what is the will of the Lord for my life. Does it incorporate a guy? Does it incorporate marriage? I don't know. But even when considering to date or just patiently wait, I think that what it comes down to for me is always checking my motives. Like, am I really pressing into what the Lord's will is for me? Not that dating is bad, not that waiting is lazy, but just checking myself every day. Am I pursuing the Lord above all and not my own agenda?
I really like the sound of waiting on the Lord to show your spouse and stuff. But the question that's always difficult is, what does that look like, and how do you know when He shows you? I think there's ways in which you can do dating, which is also waiting for God to show you. Not like just finding someone just like, man, you're really pretty or you're really attractive. Like, let's start dating, and then like becoming committed to each other and like having like these added responsibilities and acting kind of like you're married, but rather being friends with people of the opposite sex and being able to get close with them. And then if they end up being somebody where it appears that it would be wise for you to continue that relationship, then maybe start a dating process, but not have it be something where where it starts to look like a marriage relationship where you guys are becoming too intimate with one another. But being able to keep in mind that you're not married, there is no covenant there, rather that you're basically just friends who are hoping that maybe it might lead that way.
I guess an example of not waiting is knowing that there's somebody that you're attracted to, but you know that you're not ready to, you're not walking with the Lord like you're supposed to be, or they're not walking with the Lord like they're supposed to be, and you pursue them anyway before you develop the relational practices for a Christ-centered relationship.